Hi, YouTube fam. Ooh, I gotta clear my throat for this one. I had this cute little head wrap and sweater on, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this transmission. And immediately I felt called to get in the shower. I needed a cleanse, I needed water, I needed that. So here I am. Yeah. Feelings of, ooh. Okay, so I initially was going to come on here and talk about the lunar nodes moving. Today marks the day that the North Node moves from Aries to Pisces, so from fire to water. Ooh. Yeah. And the South Node moves from Libra, air energy, to the Earth sign of Virgo. So, ooh, I feel like I've touched on the North and South Node in my Year of the Dragon breathwork video. I feel like it's a super reliable practice when it comes to just breathing with the lunar nodes. Yeah, okay. I'm super passionate about the nodes. And then Spirit was like, wait though, this actually isn't, it's like there's another part to this that came through really strongly that I feel like this video needs to be about, and I feel like it does tie in with the nodes as well, which is beautiful. So where do I start? Let's start out with it. I had a dream last night. I have never seen a coyote in my life. Sure, I've seen pictures, but I had a dream last night and I've never been visited by a coyote. Yeah, and it was a giant coyote. One that was just like, and I didn't really know like why are you here, bro? I was scared of it. And and I walked out of like a dorm room or something, like I was in college again. And I see in the distance this other gigantic building, maybe another dorm room, I don't know. And this huge, giant coyote is just chilling on the roof of this building. And it like not only takes up the entire roof, it's like bigger than the roof. Like the head of it is huge, like the size of the room that I'm in. Like it was massive, and the largeness of it. Ooh, yeah. The largeness of it. I feared, and fear moved through me in that dream, and I was like, yo, why? Like, why am I seeing you? I feel like animals definitely come through in my dreams to tell me messages, and I was like, I've never seen a coyote before. I've heard them. I know that there are coyotes in the area that I live in, even though it's a suburban area. Oh, so many things are coming through already. So, the only reason why I stumbled upon this card was because I was pulling the cards that I pulled for the last video to kind of set out and just like, give me a reminder of what the universe is asking for me to focus on at this time. And I was going through like my entire deck because I remembered the cards. I just needed to see them, and so I was going through my entire deck, and this came forth, and I could not ignore it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the coyote. What does it say? Like, what does it say in here? And it said, See through the cultural vision. Like, see through the cultural vision. I just said that wrong. Ooh. Wow. I can't believe I said that twice in that way. It's like I'm moving through this. So it's almost like my brain is like, wait. See through the cultural illusion. Even I'm still rewiring that. So it's interesting that I would say it like that the first 2 times. See through the cultural illusion. I'm going to say it one more time. See through the cultural illusion, and take a breath after that and really let that knowledge sink into the body. Okay? This is what we will be harnessing in the Age of Aquarius workshop this month on the 25th when 7 planets align. The reason why this is so in connection with the Age of Aquarius message is because the Aquarian energy is present here, moving through the Lord of the Underworld, moving through the shadow, so that we can sit and dance with our shadow and bring light to it, so that as we move through seeing through the cultural illusion, we're able to embody it more and move through the fear of doing that, move through other people's opinions and judgments, and do it anyway. And I keep hearing, embrace being perfectly imperfect. Embrace the fact that you had potentially this plan A, right? And I was in the shower, and I see like the shower curtain, and it has like these like labels of like letters of like where to place it, and I see a B turned upside down, and for the first time, I've seen it hundreds of times, and this time around, like, the thought that came to me was like, embrace your plan B, your plan C, your plan Z. Okay? And it was turned upside down, and for me, I feel like that is like, embrace the fact that your world is going to be turned upside down, and it's for your greatest good. You may be going through a tower moment and everything's burning around you, and it's only so that it clears a path for you that is meant for you. And it's going to be scary because it's going to ask you to learn new things and grow through new things. The thing is, though, is that Aquarian energy is here to support you in embracing the fact that perfection was never the destination. It was embracing the imperfection along the journey that is allowing you to continue. That's really all it is that right here, right now, in this version of you, you are whole as you are. And a lot of people talk about this higher version of ourselves. The thing is that the higher version isn't in some other dimension, okay? It is as well. The thing is, though, is if you're tapping into that energy, it's this, okay? It's the fact that that energy lives already within you. Your highest self is already within you. It's just a matter of peeling back the layers and shedding the skin. Year of the snake, okay? It's shedding the skin. It's shedding the skin so that it reveals your highest self. So that it reveals who you truly are. And like, you're already expressing these things. And I feel like what comes through for me is like, whenever there's a moment where that energy that I've tapped into is not being expressed authentically, or even just like thoughts and things like that, my body will tell me. So like, before I got on here, I'm gonna be completely transparent. I heard someone that I currently am residing in the same house with, and it like annoyed me. And If you know anything about human design, my not self is bitterness. So like it doesn't sit well in my body. My body is like, yo, why you being like that? They're just living their life. They're just living their life. And it may not be in the same frequency that I am. And that is why I know I'm moving through this shift. That is why I know that energetically I'm being pulled to new environments where my energy is already reciprocated, where my energy is already welcome. It's not so much that I'm chasing or reaching for this outside place. It's a knowing that my energy is already aligned with it, that I don't need to chase it. It's just a matter of like, okay, like what steps do I need to take in order to make this a reality for myself, and honoring the timeline of that, honoring the fact that like, even if I leave here and I don't have a fully grown business, hey, I might have a plethora of soul clients. And yeah, I really do feel called to 1111. Here we go. Honoring the fact that I could get a plethora of soul clients tomorrow within 24 hours, and I could get them in 3 months from now. You know, it's really just honoring the timeline and just trusting and keep going, like keep creating, because you just have this gut feeling, this feeling in your heart, this feeling wherever it is. Follow it. Seeing through the cultural illusion. So what's so beautiful about the nodes moving is like, there was like this pull, this north node, the head of the dragon, that has been so focused on Aries energy, and there is still a lot of Aries energy present. I may touch on that in a different video, because there is something coming up. Oh, it's coming up soon. Do I just need to say it? Maybe I just need to say it here. We'll get to that. So the nodes. North node, head of dragon, destiny, your soul calling, your dreams, your just like your soul expression, physically in this world. Libra, south node energy, tail of the dragon, things to shed and let go of, as well as to integrate into your destiny, because just like the snake, the ouroboros eating its tail, so does the dragon. And this is such an energy of integration. It's like, what in my past can I integrate and learn from in order to move and continue to embody my destiny and live in the path that feels most supportive and in alignment for me. So with that being said, it's like, it's so crazy how Aries and Libra were so interconnected with each other for me. Moving towards the energy of like Aries being like action driven, okay, taking action, and Libra being like, at least for me, like the shadow aspects of it, because I like to think of shadow aspects of the tail of the dragon or the tail of the snake, because it is a shedding process as well as an integration process, right? So for me, it was like, okay, what fears am I moving through when it comes to taking action towards my dreams? And what steps can I take to take action towards my dreams? And what fire energy is in alignment and not in alignment for me? Like what shadow, I also look at shadow aspects when it comes to the North Node, because anger being a part of Aries energy, and the god of war, and the planet Mars that Aries rules, if that energy is out of alignment, it's almost as if there's so much fire and rage like present that if not in a sense like directed in a passionate way towards things that you want to create or things that you love, or like passion towards yourself or someone else, then it can kind of, it really, for me, I felt like 2024 was about learning how to keep the house warm and not burning the house down. Like that, working with fire for me is very new. It reminds me of um um Avatar the Last Airbender. Like he started with the energy that he was most comfortable with, let's say. And I feel that because I'm heavy air energy. Like that's just where I love to live, baby. And I also want to live in other elements and learn and embody what those are. And I feel like we really are moving into the water aspect of that as well as earth, which is so awesome because Avatar The Last Airbender on Netflix is coming out this year. Season 2, baby. This is not a promotional video. It's such incongruency with the energy that's present with the lunar nodes. So water and earth, even though there's going to be a lot of air and fire present this year, I feel like the nodes are reminding us that there's always that opposite. There's always that balance. So, yeah. Okay, so let's move into the fact that these nodes have now shifted from into the head of the dragon being in the watery sign of Pisces, and the tail of the dragon moving into the earth sign of Virgo. So man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Pisces. For me, this is coming through really strongly because I feel like I recently met someone who is of that energy that I was not expecting to meet. I was getting signs that that was coming through, that water energy was coming in strong. And it's so crazy how that presents itself. So also the fact that Saturn is still in Pisces, and yeah. And I feel like when I think of Pisces, not only do I think of the oldest zodiac, like this wise water sage, okay? There's a lot of mystery too with Pisces, like a lot of feelings of being misunderstood, because that energy is not only ancient, it is also in connection with the new. It's also in connection with like such advanced energy that a lot of people need time to wrap their head around it, right? Yeah. And it's in connection with the first zodiac, which is so crazy because we moved just now from the first zodiac to the last. And it's like it is giving me Benjamin Button vibes, just like in the last message where it was like being reborn and walking new in this energy, and then like moving backwards and going into the most ancient energy. That's not to say that every single zodiac has bits and pieces of that ancient knowledge in their own magical way. It's just an interesting thought. And so Pisces relationships, that's the first thing that I think of, especially because Saturn, the planet of restriction and structure and karmic lessons, is in the sign of relationships. Like what kind of relationships are we fostering? What kind of relationship are we fostering with ourselves? Because everything else will be drawn to that energy. What relationships are you letting go of? What relationships are you fostering? If right now you're in this hibernation stage and you don't feel like you are connected to anyone else, honor your own connection. Honor the fact that you are so innately dedicated and in loving yourself, even when sometimes it doesn't feel like you do, and it like almost feels like you're faking it till you make it kind of thing. Just know that with true pure intention of continuing to honor yourself, like me randomly taking a shower before this because I just really felt called to do that, it almost allowed me to like cleanse everything from the past week and just like channel this message with just like a clean slate in a way, and also channeling that water energy. Like I really just, it's so, this energy is about cleansing, like what the head of the dragon is like drawn to, like what part of your destiny is calling you to cleanse, and in a way where you're embracing your imperfections, because like again, the destination was never perfection. It was to embrace, it is to embrace our imperfections. So when I talk about cleansing, I don't talk about any water. When I talk about cleansing, I don't talk about cleansing to be perfect. I talk about cleansing just to, woo, like remove any ick that just doesn't feel like it's a part of you. So with that being said, Virgo, tail of the dragon, shadow aspects of Virgo, perfection. Okay? Again, it's not about being perfect. And I feel like I'm moving through that where like all I want to do right now is just like build my intuitive holistic healing practice and just like be up at all hours of the night and just continuing to do. But the thing is that I can't forget that we are in a winter and that I do need to honor my sacred pause. So I'm finding the more that I do that, when I do create, it feels more authentic. Like I'm just doing it because it just feels right and it doesn't feel forced. And the moment that I feel like I'm forcing something, I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to stop it. Because we weren't put here on earth to feel that energy. We were put here on earth to create. I'm probably not going to get this quote right, but it's from a really awesome song that I love. It's just think for a second that we are these we are these never-ending, ever-changing flow of matter that's temporarily manifested with the ability to express love. And that's what we're here to do. Spread it. Spread the acceptance of yourself so strongly that other people are inspired to do the same. I felt like when integrating that Virgo energy, what needs to be shed regarding that want and need to be perfect, and where did that come from? Integrating, moving through those feelings, however long it takes. There is no specific timeline, honoring your own, and just continuing to practice the acceptance of being perfectly imperfect. And I know that when I was diagnosed with an autoimmune condition, that it was accepting my imperfections truly that over time really allowed me to grow and integrate into connection with who I really am, who's always been in here. And it was just a matter of removing. And it's so crazy because like I feel like a lot of people talk about the awakening and ascension process being about like, and you know what? I'm going to honor everyone's journey in that way. Like I'm not here to negate or void anyone else's journey. I truly have moved through acceptance of that, as well as the fact that for me in my journey, it really hasn't ever been about attaining something that I'm not. It's really just removing what I am not in order to reveal who I really am. First, it was just removing foods that my body was like, yaw. I was gonna say y'all and yo at the same time, and yaw came out. Removing foods that my body was like, yo, it's not working for me anymore. And the challenge of not only, oh yeah, my body's like, yeah, I remember that. The challenge of finding what did, the adventure of learning how to cook vegan meals. I mean, it is literally one of my favorite things to be in the kitchen and just turn on my favorite music and sing and just like make something new. It is so magical. It feels so good. And there's no guilt in eating it after. And there's no like my body truly thanks me. And that truly was the beginning of my journey. So magical. I mean, even before that, it's just been this domino effect of so many things. And first, it was the decision to slowly wean myself off of birth control and then medications. And I will be honest, I had things in place for me that was helping the pain. Mary J was helping me. And as of today, I'm 2 years without it to this day. And I'm honoring the fact that at any time that I feel like it's something that I do want to consume, I'm going to do it naturally. And right now in my journey, that is just what I honor. And I really do feel as if it's about intention. Everyone's journey is different, and in the intention in which they're using something's going to be different. So I'm not here to tell you, don't you dare touch that Mary J, because it helped me through so much physical pain as I moved through symptoms of what comes with lupus. And so yeah, celebrating myself. Okay. Yeah, wow. This South Node energy of Virgo is like, yep. I'm here to integrate all the things that you thought were imperfect about you, that you're actually whole. Like, I'm feeling that energy. It's like this Mother Earth energy of just cradling you, like as I move through the feelings of all of that. Any lingering feelings of shame that I'm moving through, like it's moving through my body. It ain't gonna stay, okay? The thing is, though, is that I need to honor the fact that I am feeling it and allow myself to feel it and not emotionally bypass it, okay? Yeah, so the coyote is like, see through the cultural illusion. If you're doing something that is out of the ordinary, it's because you're meant to, my love. Okay? The coyote is like, listen. And I was scared of it. And I know that for me, that's a sign of moving through the fear of doing something that's so different, that's never been done before, because I feel called to do it, okay? I know that I speak out about not taking medication. I know I speak out about herbal remedies and feeling curandera energy. And I know that I talk about moving through autoimmune and mental health in a holistic way. And I know that there are so many out there that are still taking medication. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, I honor the fact that you are where you are. That's what I do. That's what I do as as a trauma integration coach and a holistic healer, I hold space for wherever you are in your journey, and I do not judge you, because my love, I've been there. I've been there. If I had someone give me the energy, or even be in the presence of an energy that they were judging me in a way where it wasn't honoring or supporting me, and making me feel as if I didn't have safe space being held for me, then I probably wouldn't stay around. The fact is I have been through this journey so that I can continue to hold space for where you are in your journey, wherever you are in your journey. And so that's why that's why when you come to this Age of Aquarius workshop, whether you come live or you get it later recorded on my Patreon, or you book a one-on-one session with me, or sign up for my 4-month immersive Coming Back Home to You journey, it is about honoring yourself where you are. And as a facilitator, I'm not committed to a specific outcome. I am only here to hold space for you so that you can move through any emotions that can bring you into the shedding process. Like I was saying, shedding the skins to reveal who it is that you are, that's already within you, the wholeness that's already within you. And whatever happens throughout that process will happen, you know? For me, it wasn't about just immediately getting off of medication. That took me quite a while. And just the intention of wanting to heal, just the intention of wanting to make changes, brought certain resources to me to allow me to move through those things in my own time. So I truly feel as if anyone that comes to me just with the intention to heal and that the answers and resources really do come. So with that being said, I'm going to leave a link below for the Age of Aquarius workshop happening on January 25th when 7 planets align. And I will also leave a link to my landing page, my link tree, that has all of my offerings, and whether it's tarot, Reiki, breathwork, astrological, channeled messages, and breathwork. I'm just honored to hold space for you and to connect with you, and most important, for you to connect with yourself. Thank you so much for being here, and honor seeing through the cultural illusion, because you got this. Listen to your heart, listen to your gut, listen to your intuition, because although it whispers, it is guiding you to exactly where you need to go, and it's here for you. You're just already on your way to it. You are the embodiment of seeing through the cultural illusion, so keep on going. Until next time, y'all.